You see, porn, for all of its faults, it financed a life. Porn got me to Hawaii on Christmas Day in 2004 when I dropped LSD with this skinny Russian girl. Porn got me to Thailand in 2005 when I did a 10-day colonic fast. Porn actually put me through graduate school. Yeah, I have a graduate degree. I have a master's of fine arts. And that's proved really, really useful in landing a job. Everybody wants to hire me because of my master's in fine arts. It was really worth $60,000. That's all I'm going to say about it. Now, gay porn was the porn I used to shoot when I was going to graduate school. I really miss gay porn. Out of all the porn I miss gay porn the most. The cool thing about gay porn, the interesting thing about gay porn, is that maybe only 50% of the guys in it are gay. The other 50% are just fucking. The other interesting thing about gay porn is that there's no ladies there. And sometimes it's a little bit easier to let your hair down when there's no ladies there. And see, that's the thing that nobody tells you about being a pornographer. Whether you're shooting gay or straight, there's no ladies there. And I'm talking about girlfriends.
Lily's giggle was musical. On stage, all eyes followed her, and she giggled all the time. She tinkled and twinkled and giggled. She never really learned to dance or hustle. She never needed to. She was perfection, just standing on stage, naked, except for clear plastic slingbacks and a gold G-string. She was a goddamn phenomenon. Most of us were already broken when we showed up, patched up here or there, held together with duct tape and sheer willpower. We came with scars, invisible to the outside world, scars that we saw clearly reflected in each other's eyes. You become part of the machine, you hang on till the ride is over. And you knew when you signed on that the ride wasn't going to last forever, but none of us were counting on getting very old anyway. You throw the dice, you take your chances. The better ones crash and burn, going out big and leaving something for the rest of us to talk about. Did you hear? Bonnie blew Vincent's head off last night. She was still sitting on the bed holding the gun and staring at him when the cops showed up. Beatrice's husband was in yesterday. He ran right up on stage and cut her belly open. It was bad. There was blood all over the stage and shit. Rita was working the bar. She just turned around, mopped up whatever dripped on the bottles, and went back to what she was doing. They found Crystal and Angie sliced up like roast beef, with Angie's kids screaming in the other room. Crystal was trying to leave her pimp, you know. And then some of us hung on year after year, the business wearing us down like water on stone, turning us into human caverns, carving deep crevices in our faces and our arms, until we were nothing but vast, empty chasms, and one day we just simply imploded.
Once I gave a man a heart attack with my boobs. It was very scary. I wouldn't leave until I got his money. I made $100 an hour, and at the time I insisted it was certainly not porn. Well, while I was doing this, I wrote very, very snotty little essays on a blog called Two Blowhards. They were called Confessions of a Naked Model, and I'd write mean things about my clients, and I'd write like thinky think pieces about the meaning of it all. These were written when I was like 21 years old, and I'm going to read you one of them. This essay it's called Tits and Artifice, and it's an answer to the question, why don't you look like your photos? Yesterday, my uncle found my modeling website. Witness to my plump and gawky adolescence, he could only gasp, Molly, you sure don't look like your pictures. No shit, I wanted to snap. I wouldn't have been so angry, except that a week earlier, a snaggle-toothed client had said the same thing when I showed up in his hotel room for some photos. Fresh from a long day of portfolio drop-offs, I looked like an art student, sans makeup, with circles under my eyes. In your portfolio, my client said, you looked like a goddess.
And And in the blues, it didn't matter what kind of colorful past I had, because there were all kinds of wonderful blues women who had paved the way for me to be who I am. Not only were they women who celebrated their sexuality at a time of severe oppression in our blighted United States history, but they were women who celebrated their size too. So it didn't matter that they were big women, or that they were voluptuous, or that they were sexual beings. It was one of the strange segments during the era of slavery where women could actually be sexual amongst their own people in their own communities, and that was a really empowering thing for me to find out. So I have actually parlayed a career out of it, and I am a successful blues singer, but I wouldn't be successful if it weren't for many of the women before me, like Alberta Hunter and Lucille Bogan and Lil Green, who wrote, Julia Lee, who wrote songs like Snatch and Grab It, Shave 'Em Dry, That's My Daddy with the Big Long Sliding Thing, Press My Buttons and Give My Bell a Ring. Lots of old-timey songs. And one of my heroes is Memphis Minnie, who actually was a prostitute for some part of her career and wrote some songs about prostitution. And so I'm going to do a Memphis Minnie song for y'all. It's called In My Girlish Days. I didn't know no better. Oh Lord, Lord, in my girlish days, Mama cried, Papa did too. They said, daughter, what a shame on you. I didn't know no better. In my girlish days, stood on a highway, flagged down a truck. 1917, when the winter was tough, didn't know no better. Oh Lord, Lord, in my girlish days.